Hey guys, Dean here. So in today's video we're going to be talking about crypto, and I want to actually expose a big scam that's been running on YouTube. Now I've reported this to YouTube, but the channels and the videos haven't been taken down yet, but this is getting kind of widespread. There's quite a few channels and I believe it's the same scammers actually running them, and I have actually fallen for this scam myself. Surprisingly, it's the first scam I've actually fallen for, but this is a crypto scam. Now there's basically this huge craze right now in the crypto world of something which is called a MEV bot, and if you don't know what a MEV bot is, I'm going to explain to you. So an Ethereum MEV bot is basically a script that automates the process of identifying and exploiting MEV opportunities on the Ethereum blockchain. And basically a MEV bot refers to some kind of software or program that detects and exploits profitable opportunities on Ethereum's blockchain by manipulating the order of transactions in a block, and it can perform strategies such as arbitrage, front running, sandwiching, and flash loans. And basically sandwiching is what most of these MEV bots do. Now there's a guy called Jared from Subway, and I'm not talking about the guy who was from Subway and got arrested for being like a weirdo. This is actually a guy in the crypto scene who's been making a ton of money from ETH. Basically, this guy's bot reportedly earned more than $40 million in 3 months from running these MEV bot algorithms and having his own bot do it, right? Some people say that it was more like $2 to $4 million, but it's a crazy amount of money. And basically, you're sending loads of trades and you're sandwiching an existing trade on the blockchain and squeezing it for value, and then you're making a profit off it. It's more complex than that, but that's the basic way to describe it. And because people want to get their hands on these MEV bots, and people who don't really understand programming or making code or making their own bots, they want a quick way to do it, right? So they'll go on YouTube, they'll type in MEV bot, and they'll try and find one. Now there's loads of these generic AI based channels out there. This one for one, David DeFi, and they just mark themselves as a generic crypto investor and Web3 programmer who's just sharing great money making techniques, right? Like this ChatGPT AI trading bot, how to make $1,000 per day. Now most of the time these videos would just seem like a scam. I don't watch these videos $1,000 a day. I was actually planning to make my own video where I make my own crypto trading bot and make a video documenting it, and I fell into the trap of trying to figure out how to do it, and I fell into this scam because it was kind of in the search order that I was looking for, right? And basically I fell on this channel, and there's loads of them with similar names like DeFi or Investor that seem scammy on the surface. And basically they'll show you a script which they've apparently made in ChatGPT, and they kind of show you a little bit of so-called evidence to show it's legit and it's not scammy. It's quite compelling actually, and it has an AI voiceover, which is the first red flag because it's not a real person. It also has an AI generated picture, which is probably either made with like Mid-Journey or a more realistic fake person generator. Believe it or not, this guy is not a real person. This isn't the guy who actually owns the channel. This is an AI person, and they give you like some code for a bot, right? And throughout the tutorial video they explain what it is, or try and convince you what it is, because it's actually a scam, and they'll show you a basic tutorial of setting up Remix, which is basically Solidity, which is the Remix IDE, which is the development environment to actually code things on the Ethereum blockchain. And they'll show you how to make a smart contract, and they'll basically give you this generic smart contract off GitHub to make it seem also more legit, because GitHub's like this open source website where you get code which is usually vetted and checked, and you paste it in, and they tell you to double check the addresses to also make you trust them more. So they'll say check the addresses, it'll say that it's Ethereum and it's going to the right coin or it's on the right blockchain, as you will. So they obviously make you trust them, but this smart contract, they tell you to top up Ethereum in your wallet so that you have some Ethereum to actually pay the gas fees. Then they tell you to get some Ethereum to then send to your smart contract that they gave you. You top it up, and then there's some buttons in the smart contract after you deploy it, because first of all you have to also spend gas fees to deploy it. And if we just skip ahead, when you deploy it, it shows some buttons: start, withdrawal, and then some gunk buttons that do nothing. Start is basically to start the actual smart contract. After you've deployed it, it starts it. Basically start does nothing. Apparently it starts the bot, but it doesn't start the bot. It actually sends your crypto to the hijacker's wallet. So the scammers who made this smart contract, it sends your crypto, which you put in the contract by sending it to the contract's address, and when you press start, it doesn't do sandwich attacks, it doesn't do anything to do with the MEV bot. It sends it directly to the scammers and hijackers crypto wallet. okay? And when you press withdrawal, it does nothing. It sends like some fake transactions to your wallet that just get stuck, and then you can't cancel them. Even the start one gets stuck, and I got to the point where I put like a tiny bit of money in because I knew it might be a scam. It didn't get sent to the attacker because it got stuck too, but then after I unstuck the transactions manually to fix my wallet, basically the crypto got hijacked. But the thing is even if you don't get your crypto stolen, you can't actually take it out of the smart contract. So once you've realized you messed up, you can't actually get it out. So this is just a warning to anyone who potentially thinks they're getting a MEV bot. This is just a gigantic scam, and hijackers are profiting off your crypto. So I just want to explain this because this is actually a scam a lot of people are falling for. And like I said, this is like probably the first scam I've ever fallen for in my life because it was quite compelling. And if I fall for it, then I know a lot of other people who haven't really been in this scene are going to fall for it, okay? As you can see, it shows contract, it shows you Everscan, so it looks legit. Now, I actually traced the wallet address of the hijackers, and I actually found out how much crypto they have. Unfortunately, I can't share the wallet address because it's on my laptop, and I can't remember what the address is, but I did a little bit of investigating. So these kind of scams, they're using Ethereum, right? So everything's on the blockchain, the evidence is on the blockchain. You can actually trace it through Everscan. So they tell you to go on Everscan to prove it's legit, to check your contract, but they're unwittingly telling you a website where you can use to actually trace their wallet. So I traced their wallet. This particular channel, David DeFi, the scammer's account, basically has a wallet which has $25,000 of Ethereum in. So that means a lot of people have probably fallen for this scam. Now, it only has 5,000 views, but typically people might be topping up with quite a lot of crypto to actually try and fund the bot to then profit, okay? As you can see, it's quite compelling. They've actually removed all the comments because I did actually comment on it saying it was a scam, but obviously the scammer's going to remove that. And they've only filtered some bot comments that they've put on themselves saying that it's really good, which also improves the trust factor and makes you believe them. That's another thing. That's actually the only reason I did it, because I saw people saying it was legit, but obviously the uploader can monitor the comments. So this is just to tell people to beware of the scam. This is a scam. We could just copy and paste this onto YouTube and just type in like MEV bot or something and press enter. We'll see if we can find some other ones. So we have quite a few of these scams over here. We have another one, David Web3. It starts with like a random name. As you can see, both channels are called David. I don't know, they have like some weird like infatuation with like people called David, I guess, the scammers. They have a channel called David, then it's like Web3 or DeFi. It'll just be like a generic name and then like some job role. They just have like generic channel names, right? So you can kind of spot them very easily. So yeah, just a quick video, kind of like a public service announcement. Don't fall for these videos. This is actually a really good money-making technique actually that these hackers are doing. But if you use this website Everscan and put your wallet address in here, or put the actual address of the smart contract in, if you've fallen for this scam already, then you can actually trace the transactions where the money's been sent to from the actual smart contract, and you'll find the hijacker's address because everything's public on the Ethereum blockchain. Ethereum's not a private coin, so then you can get the address of the hijacker. Now, this could be like a dead wallet, but if they're pulling a scam, they want to obviously reroute the money to actually realize the gains, right? So eventually they're going to withdraw the money. So I would basically reroute, find the wallet address of the person, and then make like a police report. You could probably send the information of this scam to like the FBI or something because it's a very big scam. You can find the wallet address publicly and then obviously report them. And if they want to pull money off the exchange, then they have to put in the real ID to actually withdraw money. So these kind of scammers will eventually get caught. So it's kind of a bad scam. But if you've fallen for this, just make sure you actually get the addresses and the information if you do want to report it. And it's very easy to find this with Everscan because it's all public on the blockchain. So if you've fallen for this, leave any comments below, let me know about it, and just report the channels to YouTube. They might not take them down. They've not taken down this one in question yet, but if you report them, they hopefully will. And I'd recommend just reporting these kind of scams to the FBI because the government obviously want to crack down on crypto as it is. So if you report these scams, they probably will actually do something about it. You probably won't get your money back, but the scammers probably will get caught. But these scams aren't going to stop, but this is just the information to give you so you don't fall for it if this is the first time you're seeing it. If you've fallen for it, we've learned our lesson. Hopefully we'll be aware of similar ones next time. The crypto landscape is always changing, so these scams always get more sophisticated and kind of hard to actually suss out. I actually pasted the smart contract into ChatGPT's GPT-4, and even GPT-4 couldn't read the code and realize it was a scam because the method they used is they copied their wallet address to obviously hijack and send your coins to, but they split it up into like 5 or 6 sections of bytes, and then they encrypted those bytes, and then there's an area of the code where they obfuscate it so you can't actually tell that it's a wallet address, and then naturally it uses like an algorithm to decrypt it so only the smart contract understands it, and then it sends it to that address, so it kind of masks it. But like I said, it's only masked in the actual Solidity code itself. You can still use Everscan after your money's been stolen to see where it got sent. So So the hackers aren't hiding the tracks, they're only hiding it before you actually fall for the scam. So you can figure out the paper trail that it leads to if you want to report them, and I hope you guys don't fall for the scam, and I'll see you next time.